In medicine, we're both physicians, and we, of course, transitioned into the world of ACT through coaching, really. So again, we're here because there's a high burnout and psychological distress within clinicians currently, and this affects the quality of their care. This has been a worry, just globally, but at Mayo Clinic, the Department of Medicine reached out to us because we have a certain expertise on mindfulness and coaching to see what way we could help. And we designed and delivered a 12-session ACT-based coaching program. We recruited 22 participants, and we based our program in the 3 core processes of the ACT triflex. Within these processes, so are you doing it yourself?
No.
Okay, it's going wildly fast.
It's showing 9 slides. Is it supposed to be the full 20?
Yeah. Okay, that's fine. So we designed the program based on the 3 core skills: opening up, being present, and doing what matters. In opening up, we used practices such as Hans's thoughts, naming the story, to help clinicians diffuse from difficult thoughts and feelings and meet themselves with self-compassion. In being present, we use practices such as mindfulness meditation, dropping anchor to really access the present moment awareness, and also practices such as the sky and the weather to tap into the observing self. And then in doing what matters, of course, we utilize value clarification techniques and exercises such as the bullseye, the contextual interview, and the choice point to help them identify what their core values are, connect to them, and align their daily activities with those values. Of course, each session was fluid and really adapted to the context of that individual that was in need. And we did have measures in the pre and post. So we used the WHO well-being, the well-being expanded index for physicians that also speaks to burnout, and the AAQ2 that speaks to psychological inflexibility. And afterwards, we were able to do statistical analysis. Now, from an engagement standpoint, we were very encouraged to see the results. Clinicians were seeing the value in this program. We had high completion rate, and it was nice to see that it helped them better understand their priorities and purpose, and to better align these priorities and purpose with their daily activities. Speaking specifically to the measurements here, the WHO higher scores indicate better well-being. So we had a statistical significant improvement there. It is a small sample, but we were very happy to see that all the improvements were there. And in question 1 and 2, number 1 specifically speaks to, are you feeling cheerful and in good spirits? And number 2 speaks to, are you able to feel calm and relaxed? So these were undeniable improvements that we were seeing. And the next slide, we will see the physician well-being index. In this case, lower scores indicate improvement, so more well-being, less burnout. The blue is the pre and the red is the post. And what we saw is we had significant improvement in the overall score. And I want to point out a few things that were asked. So question 1 was the physicians were asked, are you burned out from work? And that went from 81 to 40%. Question 2 asked, is your work emotionally hardening you? And that went from 63 to 27. Question 3 was, are you feeling down, hopeless, or depressed? And again, an amazing improvement. But specifically, if you look at the graph on the right, it asked, does your work schedule leave enough time for personal and family life? And there's an undeniable improvement there, and their work didn't change. So something happened within them. It was either the change in perspective, the change in mindset, or the change in how they aligned their daily activities so they were value-driven that made this improvement. The last, the AAQ, which is the next one that we'll see, also had an improvement. So here, a decrease in the number means decrease in inflexibility. And what's really surprising is the biggest change we saw was in, I think it was in 6 and 7, but I'll tell you what they are. And yes, so question number 6 asked, it seems that most people handle lives better than me. And that showed an improvement. And number 7, worries get in the way of my success. So how much this impacted them being able to feel confident about how they handle their lives and manage their worries in the way that they're not getting in the way of their lives. So what we learned is that ACT-based coaching is feasible and well accepted in clinicians, which is not a small thing to say. It's not an easy population. It does enhance psychological flexibility and well-being. This is a small sample, so we need more, larger trials to really know what's happening here, longer follow-ups, and we need this to be incorporated in actual support systems and not only in research. Lastly, if anything, I want to leave you with this. We work in the healthcare system. If we want to really build a healthcare culture that provides support not only for the patient but for the clinician, we need to be able to support the inner life of the clinician. And for that, we think that ACT-based coaching really does the trick. It's all about listening, opening up, being present, and doing what matters. Thank you.